Hey everyone, skull902 here, and I am joined, as most times, by my two buddies here, RabidSonicFan, who's here to start with this time, and
Yeah.
that guy, and I feel it appropriate,
Hello, 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 banana.
indeed. Uh, I feel it appropriate here to, you know, start commemorating the Halloween season. This isn't like the Halloween special quite yet, but I feel it's a thematically appropriate game, and we'll see why uh, soon enough. Hello, Lightning. Uh, we'll see soon enough the reasons as to why I think it's appropriate for Halloween. But Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. Uh, let's get this bad boy started up.
Now, the last one, I was here for a little bit of this, and then I left in the middle of it.
You weren't here
Did you
for most of
manage?
it.
Yeah.
Did you managed to finish it?
Yeah.
While I was gone.
Yeah, I really don't think that this is going to be the case for this game though, because
This is a much longer game.
yeah, it's longer and more difficult. So
Yeah.
I really doubt that that's going to be the case. But yeah, now we're just about to Crocodile Isle here. It's a very different place from Donkey Kong Island, and one thing I always really appreciated, the first world being the place where the final boss fight took place.
Yeah, the final boss of the last game.
Yeah.
That is a nice touch. It's like how The Incredibles 2 starts 6 seconds after The Incredibles 1.
Indeed. Alright, let's see if I can remember this sequence of events correctly. So I go in here, immediately leave. Bananas, ignore those.
Can't ignore the bananas. They're
Break open the box. Hit that guy. Ignore those bananas.
Brandon doing a banana-less run of Donkey Kong Country.
I'm not doing banana-less. I'm trying to do the and then collect these bananas. Did I do it correctly? No, I did not. Okay. I'll go back around to it.
Here's something interesting. Did you now that this is extremely pertinent? Did you know that Dixie Kong was supposed to be in Super Smash Bros. Melee?
Was it just like one of those things where they thought of it, but it was like way too late?
No. She had some work done on her. I said Brawl, by the way. I have to correct myself so that nobody in the chat does. They did some work on her, and the thing is that Dixie and Diddy were initially envisioned as a tag team character.
Like Ice Climbers?
Sort of, but like this, where you could like high five and they could have two separate movesets. And then the one you didn't use would be in the back.
That's interesting.
It'd be exactly like this, but they decided against it because hardware limitations and whatnot didn't allow that character to happen that way. So Brawl ended up just having Diddy. And Dixie was scrapped altogether. But initially they were going to be a team like this.
Interesting that it was gonna be like that, considering the final version of Diddy's moveset is based much more on Donkey Kong Country 64.
Yeah. I wonder how early in development they said screw it as far as including Dixie is concerned.
There are also a few interesting stories about Melee while we're here. Everybody knows the story about how Kojima wanted Snake to be in Melee, and then he was too late.
Yeah.
That also happened to Sonic. And that's why they were both third-party character. They were the big, like, reveals for Brawl, was that Snake and Sonic would be there. But they were supposed to be in Melee if the times had gone right.
We only made this game in like a year.
And there was a fan letter that Sakurai responded to around Melee's release. And he said, if there was one other character I could have done, one last character I could have done, it would have been Wario. So Wario was one of the initial newcomers to Brawl, if you remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that
So-
reveal trailer like it was yesterday.
But it is interesting that he would have gone for Wario so soon during the GameCube game, and it makes me wonder if he would have used his Wario Land appearance and perhaps Wario Land moveset a little bit more prevalently. Not to say that he doesn't use his Wario Land moveset now, but if there would have been like Wario Land power-ups and stuff, you know, incorporated in that.
Maybe.
Who's to say?
Have we brought up yet?
No, but I have killed a couple of those guys.
Well, good.
Indeed.
So, the first world is entirely Captain Scurvy's ship.
I can believe it. Your big brother, Scurvy.
This ship belongs to the Red Baron.
I've gotten a few ohs too.
Yeah.
Which reminds me that, man, I completely fucked up what I wanted to do. I was gonna, like, stop right in front of the first one and then be like, hey guys, it's the noise.
Destroy them all.
Ah,
Destroy all monsters. Melee.
So anyway, I thought that was fairly interesting. Smash trivia.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do this again.
At least they just let you try the mini games again.
Yeah, for the most part, they're pretty good about. God damn it.
God damn it.
Okay, one more time.
Third time's the charm.
Perhaps. Now I'm gonna need to be Dixie for this in order to make it work. Okay. If it fails this time, then whatever.
You know who else was considered initially to be in Melee, but only in the concept state? It was James Bond.
Really?
Oh. Because GoldenEye.
Yeah. But then, you know, they would have had to get him from Rare. He uses guns, which at the time they didn't like.
Well,
so-
Rare wouldn't be the issue. It would be like MGM.
Yeah, Andy is a movie character. That was also brought
Yeah.
up. So he was thought of for a brief while, but then they decided against it because it would have been too many hurdles.
They did like have the mines from GoldenEye as an item though.
Yeah, they had the pressure-sensitive mines. The
Yeah, but they,
motion-sensitive mines.
I think that was like a Japan only thing, and they changed it internationally. But it was there.
Weird.
And they also they weren't sure about licensing stuff from Rare, because guess who was going to show up in like one of those games for Brawl? At some point before then,
yeah.
they considered Banjo. And the only reason they didn't put Banjo in was because he was a Rare character, and they would have had to talk to like a Western developer, and that wasn't super like a thing they wanted to do. So
Well, if this was like back during Melee or so, then yeah, communication was a lot harder back then.
For sure.
and it took him a while, but Banjo finally got in. So
Yeah. And ironically, it was after Microsoft. I don't know. You know.
But it's one of
Aw.
those things where, like, you have an idea and you save it for however long. It might be years, it might be decades, but eventually somebody's probably going to come back to it.
And then Microsoft also let them put in Steve Minecraft.
Yeah.
Steve! Alex.
Apparently, the discussions to include Steve came shortly after 4 came out.
Yeah.
Like, during its DLC phase. And so, it took a little bit. Steve showed up during the second Fighter's Pass, which is a fair while after Ultimate came out. But they did eventually make good on it.
Yeah, I remember that being rumored for quite some time. Booyah.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be as good as getting these bonus coins as I am now. This is the first world mind, so that's why I tried doing the 75 thing. 1, 2, 3. There we are.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
I'm just trying to sync it up.
He was counting for the life, yeah.
Here's a Kong College. I probably have enough banana coins to save, even though I probably don't need to. Oh, right,
What
yeah.
do you think Kong College is about? Do they teach you how to become a successful Kong?
Yeah, we can assume that, because this is all about getting game tips and whatnot, so.
Hey, she dies. Spoiler alert.
Ooh, spoiler for, like, an almost 30-year-old game.
Why, Donkey Kong 64 is 22 years old this November. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to curse Josh for giving me these spoilers.
I thought she died in 3.
No, she helps you in 3. What? How did I lose on guard from that? Okay, well,
Because we'll see what that is in like 5 seconds.
I got him back.
How did you lose him from that?
It does seem like he should have hit it.
How did we get here, Crump? I don't know if it counts as a case.
Damn little sperm things.
Man, those guys are assholes. No wonder why they killed Steve Irwin.
Ooh.
But Steve Irwin's dying breaths was reassuring the camera crew that it didn't mean to kill him.
Well, Steve was a nice guy.
I didn't mean to kill him. It's just a prank, bro.
Let's see, some of these ones I'm surprised that they didn't hit me. And I was right when I was playing through the first game. The barrels don't break when you swim past them in this one, thank God.
How are you meant to get him then? Do you just pick him up?
Well, I mean, when you have one Kong already, is what I mean. Or 2 Kongs already. Whoops. I just barely got that DK coin in time. Oh, Christ. Oh boy, Ratley.
Oh boy.
Who's the villain of Tekken?
Beats the
Depends
shit
on
out of
which
me,
game
bro.
it is.
The one that got thrown off the cliff.
Heihachi.
Yeah, him. He was initially considered to be the Tekken rep in Smash.
Makes sense. He's the most popular character.
But then they decided he was too slow and couldn't keep up with the rest of the fighters, like, speed-wise, to be viable.
Yeah.
The only reason they went with
Kazuya.
Kazuya was because he had that demon thing.
Yeah.
And that gave him some mobility and extra move sets that he could do in Smash Bros.
And yeah, he's the protagonist of the first game, even though he's like a villain for the rest of the franchise. So.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna say anything.
Here's my final bit of Smash trivia. They knew they wanted an NES game character to be in Melee, which eventually got settled on being the Ice Climbers. But they initially considered an Excite Bike rider and guys from Clue Land. But they couldn't figure out how to do movesets for those guys.
Yeah, Excite Bike would be like a really hard one, I think. That one's like assist trophy only sort of thing. But you guys talking about Tekken for whatever reason reminded me of Donkey's Virtua Fighter video. I was so lucky to have not gotten fucked by one of those zingers there. Oof. I love his Virtua
He also
Fighter
did a
video.
Tekken video not too long
Yeah,
ago.
he did.
That was pretty funny.
I don't remember much from it though. I just remember
You got rope burn. That's incredible. I love that attention to detail.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ah, no, Dixie. There we go. That balloon goes away after a while, so I freaked out for a bit. One, two, three. There we go. Ah, I didn't get the end. Oops.
Oopsie poopsies.
They should have had this be a taunt in Smash. The boombox.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
Now I am Big Depresso.
You know, what this was gonna get a port for at some point or another?
Game Boy Color?
No, the Virtual Boy.
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I guess Rare was like, oh yeah, that console's shit.
They only got about like 3 months or so into it before they were like, yeah, fuck it. So...
Well, Donkey Kong Land on the Game Boy is pretty scaled down as it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what they'd have to do for the Virtual Boy.
Well, Virtual Boy wouldn't have to compromise as much aside from just graphics because it's like a 32-bit system, so it's just that it's red and black, you know?
Yeah, that's just the thing.
Well, emulators these days for the Virtual Boy cut that out. You can have that be like grayscale.
Yeah.
Just a quick aside here, this is the best way to grind lives in the game. Because it's right here at the beginning. That little black box there gets you a green 2-up balloon.
And then you just quit and come back and do it again?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how
Like, even if you die immediately, that's at least one extra life you'll get every time, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Whenever I was playing the game, like during my original run for you guys or recording the LP, that's like between play sessions what I would always do.
As you can tell, I'm pretty geared up on Smash these days, because it's only 4 more days till the last fighter.
Ooh-wee.
3 more days for most of you.
Nigel Thornberry, let's go.
He's got the rest move, so that's pretty cool. Except his is like a little flick.
I'll do this with my hand.
I need to see that video.
I think it's kind of cool that they gave somebody Jigglypuff's rest move, and if it was going to be anybody, I bet it would be Nigel Thornberry. Would just be able to do that.
The Wuxi finger hold.
Get fucked, clobber.
You just clobbered clobber.
I fucking hate the clobbers. One of the worst enemies in this game. Annoying bastard.
Those are the guys in the barrels, or
Yeah.
like the ones with like. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those fuckers that run around in the barrels think that they're hot shit. There are somewhat similar ones in the third game, but they're not quite as annoying.
I think it's very interesting how they were able to get this much out of the concept of Donkey Kong throws barrels.
Yeah.
They use them for everything. Getting the other Kong back, checkpointing. Like, barrels, it seems obvious now. But if you think about it, like, that was a few games ago at this point. Donkey Kong 1, the original, where he threw all the barrels, like...
I mean, before Donkey Kong Country 1, like, the only games he had to himself were, like, the original arcade games. He didn't even play as Donkey Kong in those, so...
Yeah, well, he had the arcade game where he threw barrels. Then there was Donkey Kong Jr. where he was trapped in a cage. And then there was Donkey Kong 3 with Stanley, and none of that had barrels. So, yeah, it's really just the first Donkey Kong game where there was barrels, and they expanded upon it to be like this big thing.
Yeah.
Alright, Death Count 1, that's a Dixie bonus barrel right there.
And this game actually does bring some of Donkey Kong Jr. in, because they put the whole, like...
Climbing vines.
Mechanic, yeah.
Did neither of you see the rope burn?
No.
I did not.
That's such a cool detail. We're gonna have to go back and watch that eventually.
Yeah, I'll have to, this is a Diddy barrel. Oh god. What the hell am I doing?
You have to go in that as the lead character?
No, you can throw your buddy in there. I was just being stupid, and that's why it took me a little longer to get the coin than a normal person. Oops.
What if you don't have, like, what if you got hit and lost the Kong? Would the barrel change to be the Kong you are, or would you just be fucked?
Well, thankfully you can't lose Kongs in bonus levels. But normally speaking, I think that they always seemed to make sure that, like, ah shit, I'm sorry, Dixie. Ah shit. All right.
I can't believe Captain Scurvy just killed Dixie.
Oh wait, no, I can get the Kong barrel this way.
What were you gonna say about they always make sure to do something?
They always seem to, like, make sure that like that you had an option, you know.
You weren't soft locked?
Yeah.
Is that what this was? Okay. Yeah.
Fook. Fook me,
I
that
mean,
was fast.
You know, that's what good game design is about.
Yeah.
Making sure that you aren't like stuck somewhere.
Yeah, and Rare was really good about, you know, being
It is something you can take for granted.
Yeah, for sure.
And now Dixie killed Captain Scurvy, so
All is good. Very violently, by the way.
This is back when good game design required like a whole bunch of testing, right? I mean, it's still, you would hope
it still requires a whole lot of testing. In fact, I'd say it requires more testing now that big open 3D games are a thing.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Okay. Well, I guess like more specific testing. You can like devote more time to a specific thing now than you could back in, or that you could back then than you can now. Is what I want to say.
Yeah, because games weren't quite as complicated back in the 90s as they are now.
Yeah.
I had an extremely close call with a zinger just a moment ago.
Cool. Your joke not land, eh?
Well. Alright. Oh, no. Okay. Did he go in the barrel? There we are.
Go in the barrel. That's your home. Don't you want to go to your home?
Crap.
Diddy, let me go back to my home.
Indeed.
Did he ever get credited?
Who?
The singing voice. I don't think he got credited for some reason.
No, I don't think he did. But like
the singing voice for what?
For Donkey Kong.
Oh. Maybe we'd have to like pause on the vocal credits. I would think.
So, yeah.
Greetings, Trip. How be you, fellow video game monkey enjoyers?
I enjoy different kind of monkey games, but these are alright. These are nice. I appreciate them.
They are a collection of extremely good platformers.
Well, you said you didn't like 3 as much.
I mean, I didn't like 3 as much, but I still said that 3 was like a good game. It's like, okay, let's put it this way. 1 and 2 are like masterpieces, right? They are extremely fucking good games. And 3 like stands up on its own very well. Good thing I got the fucking checkpoint barrel. 3 stands up on its own very well, but like if you compare 3 to 1 and 2, you can tell it isn't quite as good. That's what I was saying. Like, so it's still a good game. It's just not as good as the predecessors.
What do you think about 64?
I've never played 64, and I don't have any interest in it. Right. Yeah.
64 is a very different type of game.
Yeah.
Also, I believe Donkey Kong's voice actor is the same dude who sang the Zaboomafoo theme song.
I think it is, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had never heard of that tidbit of information.
I recall hearing
now.
about that before. Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, sorry, Clapper. I didn't mean to throw. I didn't mean to throw that guy at you. The Click Clack. That's their name. Oh.
Yeah, there he is, Sterling Jarvis. That's him.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And he did not, in fact, get credited in Donkey Kong Country in any of the songs he sang.
Alright.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But, yeah, I was reading about that earlier. Earlier as in, like, weeks ago. But I did read about Zaboomafoo, and I did verify that that was true.
You know what? I can kind of hear that now. Me and you and Zaboomafoo. Brings back memories.
I love how they got Sterling Jarvis to do a song in OKKO just because he is the guy that sang for Donkey Kong.
You know what? That man has such a fucking beautiful voice that he deserves to be singing in far more than what he is.
Yeah.
He can cut a pretty decent rap, that guy.
Yeah. I've heard him also do like a Circle of Life, I think, a while ago, and it was pretty damn good.
I bet. It was just like you hear him and you hear like one of the best singers you've ever heard in your life. That's no hyperbole from me. He's fucking awesome. Trip that was Sterling Jarvis, the guy who was Donkey Kong's singing voice in the.
No. I think he's asking what did he sing on OKKO.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I forget what episode it was, but like it was about like Red getting into a relationship with one of Boxman's robots, and they had like a musical number in one scene, and Sterling Jarvis was the singing voice for Red.
You have such a beautiful singing voice. Thanks.
Yeah.
I need to watch more of that show. I think I've only seen the Sonic episode.
I think you'd like it. It's good.
Yeah, from all I've seen, it looked pretty good.
I've seen a few episodes of it with you, I think.
Yeah, I showed you both of the crossover episodes.
Yeah.
Alright, this one. This is a Dixie barrel, or... Well, no, I can get it with Diddy, but this is far safer. I don't pay attention to modern cartoons, so this is news to me. Well, yeah, same for me, really. The only reason I was even able to get a good impression of OKKO is because of Rebel Taxi talking about it, or more specifically, Pan from Rebel Taxi. Pan Pizza drives the Rebel Taxi. Alright. Oh, there it is. Okay. Booyah! Let's see if I can get this guy. Alright, cool. Pen is my only source of cartoon knowledge. You know, he, his stuff is, basically same for me.
I will say that his stuff is expertly crafted. It does feel like a show of its own.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's definitely got a vibe and an aesthetic that is unique to him, I feel. Fucking clobber. Piece of shit. God, that was a close call.
That was a Buzz Lightyear jumping noise.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
I don't know. Sometimes I make that particular noise for whatever reason when I make a tight jump in a video game. No real point in getting this G, but whatever. I got it. I got it, G. Once I'm out of this balloon section, I'll see what you said there, Trip.
You said that Rebel Taxi is a big inspiration for him. enjoys the aesthetic in his videos a lot. If he were to make videos, they would be inspired a lot by that style.
Gotcha. I
It
mean,
feels very like Toonami, very early
Yeah.
MTV.
Yeah, that's kind of like what he's going for. Or at least it has a similar vibe. Oh, thanks for not turning around there, Dixie.
Yeah, it's not like exactly like identical to either of those, but the vibe is very similar.
Indeed.
I just saw you hurl the barrel back.
I fucking was pressing left on the D-pad, but yeah. Sometimes it just be the case. It's over here. A Dixie barrel, and I do not have Dixie, so I have to just go
Are
on.
we streaming before like Tuesday?
I don't know. These are always usually like game time decisions.
Well, it might be the last shot. Who do you think is going to be in Smash Bros? The last guy.
I'll just say what I said during the first Donkey Kong Country stream and say like the only thing that I know is that I won't know until we see it.
I think it's definitely gonna be either a Pokemon or a different first-party character that's kind of a low ball.
It's gonna be Gex!
Fucking imagine. Ah, shit.
Tail time!
Hey Gex, what joke do you want to make now that there's context?
Hi.
This reminds me of the time I played Super Smash Bros. At Masahiro Sakurai's house.
We didn't have enough money to make a minigame, so just press a button. Yay, you did it.
Shit.
Chibi Robo would be interesting.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not happening.
What does a Squawk spit out? Is it rocks? Is it nuts?
I think
always
it's
thought it
Nux.
was like a coconut.
I said Nux for some reason. Yeah, he spits out Knuckles.
Spits out Knuckles. Yeah.
I think it's nuts, like coconuts. Can't be entirely sure though.
That's gotta hurt though. Spitting an entire coconut out of your mouth like that.
Yeah, well, you see his coconut gun that fires in spurts. If it shoots you, it's gonna hurt.
Indeed.
I like the. You guys remember the fucking Donkey Kong gun story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just gave him a real ass gun. and
Yeah.
Shiggy was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
He was like visibly horrified when they did that pitch.
Yeah.
Oop.
So he, on the spot, drew what would be the coconut gun and handed it to them as like a do this instead.
It'll probably be another anime swordsman that's only popular in Japan. Can you fucking imagine?
Which means-
Fucking Goemon.
Well, which means I think it's gonna be, if it's that, it's gonna be another Fire Emblem character. And if it's another Fire Emblem character, people are gonna riot. There will be physical riots in the street if there's another Fire Emblem character in there.
I mean, it'd have to be one from an old game because there's not a new one to promote.
Eh. There we go. This guy isn't the hardest boss fight, but he always does give me anxiety.
Wow, because he chases you?
I think it's like it's easy for me to fuck up for some reason, so that's why I think.
The final character is Super Godzilla.
Super Godzilla. Well,
I
you
think
see,
it's
Sakurai
always-
was a fan of this game. Not a whole lot of other people were, but you know, Sakurai was. So who are we to judge?
I think it's always pretty amazing that they're able to keep it under wraps. Because there's a lot of stuff in a lot of video games that gets leaked very early. Like, not very early, I suppose, but earlier than they have announced it. And Smash Bros, that has happened, but it's happened historically way less to Smash Bros than to a bunch of stuff that's as popular.
Now we're seeing part of why I picked this for Halloween here. Oh well, good thing there's a DK barrel right there.
This does have a darker aesthetic than the other games do.
Trip said something about Monster Hunter, maybe. They're doing that Monster Hunter Rise, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could promote somebody else from Monster Hunter. But we already got Rathalos the boss, so...
Yeah. Fucking Suizo from Monster Rancher.
Suizo from Monster Rancher. You know what? That's a good excuse. You know, I was gonna say they were gonna do a Pokemon and it'd be kind of underwhelming. If they did Suizo from Monster Rancher, which is like a Pokemon-like game, it could fulfill both parts, and it would be interesting still. That guy just ran off the edge.
Yeah, clobbers be crazy like that. Crazy suckers.
Sonic will never again be a pain in my egg.
Oh, what the hell? He threw it and then, okay, well, no bonus room for me.
Despawn because you were away.
Oh, well, he came back at least. Okay.
Come back.
Alright, fucker.
Does he throw the bonus barrel?
He doesn't throw the barrel, but he does throw a chest that has this this here cannonball in it that I can bring over to the bonus. Yeah, some of these are really nicely well hidden. You gotta sort of think outside the box for them. Shit. Oh my god, Dixie, throw up.
Did Areno play this game?
Yeah, he did.
He did, yeah. I wanted to say he did.
This was his first 3-part episode.
That's right, yeah.
I very distinctly remember the moment where he was in World 6 and the TV just kind of decided to stop displaying an image.
I mean, this TV has been on for like hours and hours by now.
It's probably been used for multiple challenges as well.
Yeah. TV give up the goat at some point, you know. Oh, they just huck a bee at you. That's interesting.
Imagine somebody just like hucking a whole ass wasp at you.
Yeah. If the wasp wasn't mad enough at them first, you know.
Yeah.
Wasps are irrationally angry at everything.
Indeed.
Wasps will just straight up sting you for no reason, other than just being in their presence.
Do wasps still die when they sting something too?
Nope.
So.
No.
No.
They can sting you multiple times. Their stinger doesn't come out.
No, they are right evil little bastards.
That's why they are exactly hesitant to sting anybody, whereas bees, it has to be a last resort sort of thing, or else they'll die. So
Yeah. That's generally why bees are more docile creatures too. You know, if you don't get in their way, they won't get in your way. You know.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, alright.
much like the Squawks level from last time, I'm gonna have to apologize for the bright screen flashes in this one.
Oh, I see. This is one of those lamp levels, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so every time I turn the characters, it's gonna do a bit of a bright flash. And again, oh, fuck. I apologize for that.
Dude, remember Brutal Mario?
Yeah.
I lost
It
Diddy
had
for
a-
a bunch of bananas, eh?
It had a level like the lava and water level in this game, where you stomped on something's head to make it water. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah. Also,
that hack was pretty great.
It
speaking of
also
which,
just straight up had the Captain K rule boss going.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
speaking of which, welcome Ray to the stream. This is just the normal DKC2. I would have put something else in the title if it were ROM hack of any kind.
So, I feel this is an appropriate time to bring this up.
Yep.
Donkey Kong Country, baby.
Don't you want to swing on my vine, baby?
And then he did like the ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah. Secret of Mana, baby.
Super Punch-Out. Oh, baby.
I wish that was Donkey Kong's canon characterization.
Well, you both have a point there by bringing it up.
Now your chat will be completely bewildered because we didn't say anything about what that was.
Yeah.
Summer CES 1994, when they were promoting upcoming titles, was much like Charles Martinet when he does like meet and greets as Mario. He did one as Donkey Kong.
Yep.
And Donkey Kong was a sex-crazed animal.
Donkey Kong the Nympho, am I right? Hi, Crest. Welcome.
Ooh, somebody is cultured in here. They immediately got that there was the CGI Donkey Kong that Trip did.
Yep.
I think I might have linked that one to Trip. I can't be certain about that claim, but might have happened.
It always makes me laugh when he does the Super Punch-Out. Oh, baby, because his head turns upside down. Look, he floats to the top of the screen upside down. And I don't know why, but that always gets me.
Kid Kong.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the show? I remember that show.
No, not the show.
I was not talking about the
We
show.
brought up the show plenty of times, but at this point in particular, no, we weren't talking about the show. I guess I'll bring it up again. If you know about, like, back in the day when they did, like, meet and greets at toy stores and whatnot, you'd see, like, a talking CGI Mario head, voiced by Charles Martinet, talking directly to you. They also did one for, Donkey Kong, also played by Charles Martinet. And he didn't really have a set personality yet, so, Charles, I guess, just decided to go with, Sex Crazed Maniac. And it was great.
Nympho Kong.
Yep.
And we all loved him the more for it. That one lady. Oh man.
There was a lady that, like, got to go back there and see him.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
he like hit on her for like 40 minutes. That's the least I could have done.
Yeah. It was just like, oh, hello.
Yeah, like, I don't think he realized she was arriving back there either. She
Yeah.
just like went back there and knocked on his door and he was like, hey, what's up?
Well, no, they are meet and greets though. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter like what the setting is. They're just they're meet and greets.
They're basically like the Mario head on like the title screen of Mario 64. If you don't know what we're talking about.
Or
They
Mario
talk-
Teaches Typing, I believe, actually uses footage of those heads.
Yeah, it does, but that's a bit more obscure.
Well, you see, yo, it's motherfucking Mario.
I wonder how many of those Mario Teaches Typing head bits were improvised. They just locked Charles in a booth and he was like, I'm gonna fly for you.
Probably all of them, to be honest, because it's just him telling corny jokes.
Do you know where Luigi is?
What if they did like a it's 10 o'clock? Do you know where your children are? But with like Mario characters?
Oh no!
Man.
Well, I mean, it's getting to meet and greet Mario or Luigi or Wario, whoever you want to talk to.
Did they have a
In
Wario?
character.
They have had
Yeah.
Wario, yeah.
They have had Wario.
Yeah, Wario was one of the first characters they did,
Well,
along with Mario.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
right, the CES ones. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the you want fun.
That's where
Wario
will show you fun.
Wario show you fun. Yeah. But I don't think did they have like a modern 3D model Wario, like
Yeah,
with
they
a
do.
full body and shit. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done that too. That's where Have a Rotten Day comes from, was doing those meet and greets.
Oh, interesting.
Have a rotten day.
What I was gonna say though was I really like the story about how initially they didn't have a Luigi model,
Yeah.
but people still wanted to hear from Luigi. But Charles knew that if Mario was to speak, if Luigi was to speak, it would come out of the Mario model. So
Yeah.
Luigi
he
not
made-
here.
Yeah, he made up a little story like he's not here, he's making pasta. But then they would keep asking for him, and he was like, "You want Luigi? Oh, yeah, here. Let me ask and see if he's here." And then he would like turn around and be like,
Not here. I'm making pasta. Also, I'm too shy.
"This is Luigi voice."
Yeah. And he had to choose a voice that was like very like soft and wouldn't have to move his lips that much force.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's how the Luigi voice came.
Yeah.
Really interesting how some of this here stuff came together.
I do think it's pretty heartwarming that at the end, when people still ask for Luigi, Mario was like, "Okay, why don't you tell me what you want to tell him, and then I'll tell him when we go back home."
Yeah, well, all of his voices have changed over time, because that's what happens when you voice a long-running thing.
And get old.
Yeah, and get older.
I think one of the best examples of that is Darren Norris as Cosmo in Fairly Odd Parents. Like, if you heard him from the
Cosmo
original
basically
pilot,
became a different character from pilots to series, so...
yeah, but he also kind of sounded like that when the series proper started too.
It's kind of the first season's kind of a middle ground. Because, like, it sounds kind of similar, but, like, it's also noticeably higher pitched.
Really
no,
weird
wait a
like
minute
that.
now. Something I need to clarify this thing here. Luigi had a higher pitched voice that sounded similar to Mario. That was a different guy.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't
initially-
a different guy, then it was just them recycling Mario clips but pitching them up.
Initially in Mario Kart, what was it, 64, Mario Kart 64? I think it was the first one that had that. They used, like, the German guy. Or the French guy for Luigi.
Yeah, but that was just in Japan. Everywhere else, it was Charles Martinet being like, "Hello, I'm Luigi."
But we did hear his voice. He was in Mario Party.
Yeah.
And that was across the world. And we thought for a while there was like a back and forth between him and Charles as to who Luigi would be. And it wasn't until Luigi's Mansion that Charles became the de facto guy who does Luigi.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, like, wouldn't that have been Mario Tennis? Was when they made that decision? Because I don't think any of the other games came out after that. Or I'm just overthinking it.
I'd have to check.
Yeah, I think what it was, but it was still a back and forth on the N64. And then when they did Luigi's Mansion, they set it down and they were like, okay, we can't keep doing this. Who is going to be Luigi? And they settled on Charles.
The reason why I'm thinking it's Mario Tennis was because that was the first time in a game where he kind of had his proper Luigi voice. Yeah.
Well,
and had
okay,
new lines like that.
I was going to talk about Mario Tennis 64.
I thought Mario Kart 64 he more or less had his usual Luigi voice there.
But I was going to talk about Mario Tennis because he also mentioned that Luigi had a higher pitch voice. And that's true of the French guy, and it is true when they just pitched up Mario line. But in Mario Tennis 64, he had a noticeably way deeper voice than Mario in that game, especially to listen to the opening cinematic. I always do the Luigi's Not Afraid.
Yeah, it's Charles using an early version of his modern Luigi voice.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Actually, the last game to have a Mr. French guy in it was Mario Kart Super Circuit.
Right, yeah, because they reused 64 lines on that.
Yeah.
And that was on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, and that was just like a few months before Luigi's Mansion came out.
Mm-hmm.
Wario's voice was a German guy.
Yeah, a German guy was Wario. Man.
Who was the one who did Toad in all those games?
Some Japanese lady from Nintendo's offices, probably.
Because Toad's fucking yell. Good shit.
I liked his yell in American Mario Kart 64 as well.
Oh, so he was doing his best Yoshi impression, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't go wrong with that. Fuck.
Obligatory Luigi is the Pope.
Yeah.
Luigi is the Pope!
If I could just not die right at the end there.
Oh my god!
Yeah. That's a great one.
Someone wrote that a few minutes ago. Trip wrote
Yeah.
that a few minutes ago.
Oh, I missed!
Though I missed is the de facto one. Oh my god is like a secondary thing. But a lot of people know that too. That one was swapped out because they didn't like the god part. So
Yeah, that was only in Japanese Mario Party.
yeah.
It is kind of a little weird for Mario characters to be saying that, especially because they don't have like a real life background anymore. Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Bowser doesn't even have 8 kids anymore, 7 kids anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is long removed from the days of Mario and Luigi like canonically being from Brooklyn. It's like well, I mean, I suppose they could believe in different gods considering how fucking many of them there are in Sonic, but
Well, I mean, and actually, there is God in Mario. There's been God Wario, you remember, we just did WarioWare Get It Together. That is God Wario in it. That's,
Yeah. They say "Oh my God" in Sonic.
I was about to point that out
Yeah.
in Heroes.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god!
yeah, Amy says, "Oh my God." So I was saying, like, considering how many fucking gods there are in the franchise, then perhaps it's not so far fetched.
And then
Well,
there
that
was the-
Sonic's kind of edgier, so.
Well, yeah. Well, you want to talk about edgy Sonic?
Mm.
You gotta go straight to Shadow the Hedgehog. And
You're going straight to hell.
That's exactly the line that I was gonna say.
I don't want religion in my game, in my Bing Bang Wahoos.
Nobody mentioned favorite Bing Bing Wahoo. Taylor laughed at it and then didn't tell me what his favorite Mario game was.
Probably Mario World. It's the
Yeah.
boringest answer ever.
I mean, can you blame anyone for thinking that though?
Mario
As far
World
as,
is
like-
pretty tops.
Yeah. As far as like favorite 3D game goes, probably Galaxy.
Galaxy, I would have said Odyssey, but I'm a
Yeah.
nostalgia man. I like me that 64 model. That gets like a full letter grade because it lets me play a 64 Mario in it. But it is both those games, Galaxy and Odyssey, are very tops.
Yeah, I don't
And
have so much
favorite
experience.
Side game would be Yoshi's Island.
No, that's a part of the main Mario series. What?
That's,
How did that kill me?
People have debated that. Because-
Miyamoto himself said that it's part of both series.
It's like Schrodinger's cat. It both is and isn't at the same time.
You know what else Miyamoto said?
It's a backdoor pilot.
Yeah, it's a backdoor pilot. Miyamoto also said that he was Bowser Jr.'s father.
Mother.
Is that canon? Mother. Is that canon?
I think he meant that
Absolutely.
one as a joke, but he was legitimately answering about Yoshi's Island. I mean, it's in most territories it's called Super Mario 2 for God's sake.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Mario World is called Super Mario Brothers 4. Where's that?
Well, there's been no dispute about that. No other game has been called Super Mario Brothers 4.
Ah, yes, it has. Have you seen the Super Mario Watch games?
No.
One of those is called Super Mario Brothers 4.
I think it's based off Mario World though, so your point is kind of moot.
But it's only called Super Mario Brothers 4. I find that kind of intriguing.
Fuck.
Yeah, he
Gotta-
knows when he's been bested.
No, I know when I've fucking lost the level again.
I know when I've been insulted. I know when I've been insulted.
Good thing we've been able to keep up this good conversation, because Jesus Christ, this level always kicks my ass though, so...
Give me the all I want is what's coming to me.
All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
That's a fantastic line.
Just Christ the Lord, speaking of religion.
Just Christ the Lord.
Just
Just Christ the Lord. Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
I like how the Coca-Cola logo is just like straight up covering his goddamn face too.
Yeah. I
in
like
the
how like
credits.
the whole thing is very anti-commercialism, but it's sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Well, not anymore. It's not.
Well, yeah, it's not anymore.
Fuck.
And also, it's based off a pre-established IP.
Reggie, you can't enter this contest. You're Reggie. You work for Nintendo. Not anymore.
Bowser.
Hello, it's me, Reggie.
That whole video was a fantastic video because
Yeah.
after not anymore, he walks off and then inserts a random child into his place as president of the company. And so they're like, "What are we gonna do?" And then Reggie's like, "I don't know. Ask him. He's the boss."
Ask him about it. He's the mayor. I'm just a goat. Bah.
I'd apologize to that whole Donkey Kong.
I don't know what he's saying wah about. because I don't have the audio on. So I don't know what I said, but I said something, I'm sure.
I swear I didn't do it.
Yes! Oh, thank God! I fucking made it over there. Fuck you!
GoldenEye? Where? That's not a real game. Are you talking about Golden Tea? What was it? $120 for Oink?
Yeah. $120 for Oink. Oink, ladies and gentlemen.
And once again, I'll say it. Thank God we were having that good conversation, or this part would have been really fucking boring.
There really should have been at least like a taunt or a victory screen in Smash Bros.
Yeah. For sure.
This is where my parents died. Diddy come.
He would still be doing that. He'd be playing that boombox.
This is where I watched my parents die, Parappa.
Oh man, this gritty reboot of Big Bertha.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do they have
Just a sec.
do they have those rope climbing guys in this one?
What are you talking about, Josh?
Do they have the Kremlings that climb the ropes in this one?
I think so.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay, well, wait for him to, like, climb down, because he has, like, this great fucking animation that neither of you saw.
Well, this level I've really got to haul ass, so I might not notice it there. Oh.
Do you not know about a Charlie Brown Christmas trip?
One of the most popular Christmas specials of all time.
Tekken 3? Huh? Are you talking about Tekken 7 Season Pass 3?
I saw some skids there, just briefly, when he was sliding down.
Most people wouldn't. Because it stopped being sponsored by Coca-Cola, like, pretty soon after it first aired.
It was like on the second airing, wasn't it?
Probably.
Shit. Now then, can I get another DK coin before this level ends? Or DK barrel, rather. Oh, nope, I can't. Wait a second.
Will you just pop back in a minute?
I might. I'm not sure. Basically, like, I need a DK barrel so that I can get the DK coin. Which I've never done in this level.
Yeah, hello, it's me again. To properly answer this question, I do believe, in fact, that it was the second airing of the special that had Coca-Cola sponsorship removed.
Go! Yes!
Coca-Cola? Do you mean nothing?
You mean nothing?
That's the first time I ever got that DK coin. I'm proud of myself.
Oh shit,
Hey.
cool.
What did Rabid say?
What, just now?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Ah, okay.
Well, that's interesting. They actually, Coca-Cola, gave them the money for it too. Like,
Well,
not
yeah,
the,
they're the
not
sponsor.
no, not the sponsorship thing. I meant like they were the ones that asked them to do the special.
Makes sense to me. Her name was all over it.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes of that are really interesting because everybody thought it was just gonna be a fucking disaster, but now it's like one of the most iconic Christmas specials of all time.
Yeah, it really is weird that way. Also, welcome to Bramble Levels, my favorite level song in the entire game.
Yeah. The first game's soundtrack is great too, but David Wise really killed it with this one.
You really did.
They made this in 6 months because Coke said, we want a special and we want it in early December, which gave them 6 months to make the whole thing. And he said, no problem.
I mean, it's not that out of the ordinary for TV animation at the time.
So
They made them quick and cheap. Looking at the history of like the animators is pretty interesting too, because like Bill Melendez, who was the director for like the grand majority of the Charlie Brown specials, worked at pretty much every major animation studio at some point or another.
here we are.
Like-
Yeah, the Coke sponsorship. Hang on, the Coke sponsorship was removed because of Dolly Madison's eventual co-sponsorship of the entire series and subsequent FCC laws mandating the separation of commercial material from program material. So it became like guidelines to not put, sponsored by Coca-Cola in the middle of a program. You were supposed to do that during like an ad break.
But then, like, during the 80s, like, restrictions loosened, and it's like, yeah, you can make a cartoon out of a toy, whatever, we don't care.
Sorry, I didn't.
And
mean
then, like,
to-
every cartoon was based off toys.
I didn't mean to completely interrupt you there. I was just kind of reading about the removal
Yeah.
of the Coke sponsorship. What were you saying earlier?
The guy who directed the Charlie Brown specials worked at basically every animation studio at the time at some point or another. Like, he was in Disney, Warner Brothers, Fleischer, Hanna-Barbera, so on.
Yeah. So what's the guy like him doing making this show? He's working for Disney and all them.
Because at some point he founded his own animation studio.
And he wanted to do this then, did he?
Well, he was paid to do it.
Yeah, he was paid to do it. He was glad to do it for like another, like, 40 some years. 30. Thereabouts. And he also did the voice of Snoopy in Woodstock.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
There's a lot of little creator cameos like that in a bunch of different shows and movies.
Yeah.
Usually they're not as big. Usually they're not like huge stars. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're the lead role of their own show. But
Yeah, like Walt Disney was the voice of Mickey for the longest time.
yeah, till they smoked too much.
Yeah.
And even then, he came back.
Yeah, for Mickey Mouse Club, but not the theatrical shorts.
It
smoking
still
does
sounds so fucking depressing to listen to those ones. Hi, kids!
Yeah.
I'm Mickey!
Smoking does a lot of people in. It did Mel Blanc in.
Yeah.
Although the smoking wasn't what killed him. Which is very impressive because he smoked 500,000 cigarettes.
Yeah, like he'd started smoking since he was a kid, and he had like several packs a week.
Yeah, and it's not what killed him. That's very interesting.
It's not really what did his career in too, because he was still active, like
The
until
only
he
voice he
died.
wasn't even
yeah.
really able to do anymore was Yosemite Sam.
I think Sam and Foghorn Leghorn were the only ones that he
Yeah.
ever replaced during his lifetime.
The rest
Which
of them,
makes sense, because both of those require lots of yelling!
yeah, the rest of them, they definitely sounded different, but it was Mel for a while.
I'd say he more or less sounded the same in Roger Rabbit, and that's because they bothered to pitch the voices up. Whereas, like, for the compilation movies, like Warner Brothers Ball Cap commercials, they didn't really seem to alter his voice in any way.
Yeah, and he initially didn't need that, but it was nice that he got it when he did need it.
Yeah. Some characters, like, Daffy was always pitched up, but they didn't seem to do that later on.
Yeah, Daffy was basically pitched up Sylvester, huh?
Yeah. And Tweety was pitched up Bugs Bunny.
There have been a lot of good tweets about reversing Daffy and Sylvester in cartoons because it's the same voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I can pay attention to the chat, Trip said the Brawl remix of the song so good. It's fine. I never realized or really got the reason why so many people like orgasmed over it, but you know.
I think the Brawl soundtrack was probably maybe until Ultimate, but Brawl soundtrack was definitely like the best Smash soundtrack. And I don't know, like it's up to debate whether it's still that or it's Ultimate soundtrack, but the remixes of Brawl's soundtrack were pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was a good remix.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say what I said on the last DKC stream and say that Melee's got one of the best soundtracks in video game history. And that's almost
sure, yeah.
entirely because I'm unfamiliar with the other Smash games, but like it just like on its own, it really does just stand up on its merits and stuff. Like a lot of the original music was really fucking good.
Brawl today is really kind of jank because it's got the tripping and it trips a lot.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that happening to me too often.
Yeah, random tripping. I don't know why they ever thought that was a good idea.
And you know, it's like probably I think Brawl is like the least enjoyed one, like in hindsight, people think it's the worst one. And then 4 is like the second worst one, and Ultimate is like the best one. It's either Ultimate or Melee is the best one.
I haven't seen anybody saying like 4 as being one of the worst ones, but now it's just kind of redundant because Ultimate is basically 4 with slight improvements and more characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody else, you know, coming back. That's a big one.
Actually, I'm gonna exit this first because I want to see if I can get this fucking thing right. Just so that I can have all the Creme coins.
I've said this before on streams. I remember saying this before. But I think that there's 2 ways Smash can go now. You can either port the entirety of Ultimate over to a different system and then add new characters to that. Or you can kill everything and make Smash like a soft reboot.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to grab the life. That's
Because I think if you just do Ultimate but cut guys, people aren't gonna like that. But if you do a soft reboot and change a whole bunch of stuff about like a very small amount of characters, I feel like you get away with like doing Smash as a small series again, just for a while.
okay. Let's try this again. I want these coins, damn it. Okay, leave. And then step 2. Collect bananas. Now then, I have to go over here, get the life. Ah, fuck, I got the bananas.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah. Alright. And you know what? Just to be safe, I'm gonna lose Dixie too.
Diddy, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, gee, Dixie, what an idiot running right into that mouse like that. You idiot.
Not re-releasing the older games, that's not what I said. I said soft reboot.
Okay, I did it right. Cool. And now I don't have to worry about the creme coins. Yeah.
Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I...
Oh, it doesn't show up again. Here, I'll read that out. What? I kidnapped that lumbering fool Donkey Kong, and you will never see him again. Ha 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 ha! Captain K. Rool.
No, what I said was you either port Ultimate and add new characters to that still, or you do the soft reboot thing. That's the two ways I can see Smash surviving after Ultimate. Because if it's just cut some guys, no one's gonna like that.
Yeah. Okay, so, took me about an hour to do, Worlds, 1 to 3. I think that's where I'm gonna cut it off. I'll do 4 and 5 next time.
Really? This is it? How long have I been talking? I feel like I've been talking in this stream longer than I did on Monkey Ball.
Yeah, this one has felt a little longer than Monkey Ball, but
it's not. This is only
Yeah.
like an hour and a half.
yeah, this has only been an hour and a half, so let's get on to the Q&A sesh, shall we? Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, and everything. Yeah.
I can talk. I love to talk. I'm the talkingest damn thing you ever saw.
Damn right. Chris says I would disagree about that. I think Brawl has the best soundtrack. That's what Jabiggle was saying too.
I was saying it was a toss-up between Brawl or Ultimate. It's between what people are thinking.
I disagree with that. I think Charmander best pop.
Chip-char! Chip-char! Chip-char!
You just bum rush the stage. break your bottle of beer on the stage as you walk up.
Chimchar is a piece of fucking shit.
And then,
you don't fucking know anything about fucking Pokemon, alright?
then Disney comes up. They say, "Whoa, Capcom! Whoa, Capcom! You motherfuckers!" Yeah.
Sim's been doing fine. Crest. I'll let her know you've been concerned about her.
You know what? I've been a little concerned about her too, but I didn't think to ask. I thought that she was just doing fine, you know.
She's the artist formerly known as Simp. No.
Well, you know, she's she comes around every now and then, in stream chats, but it really is like a completely random thing, but you know, she's been doing fine, and like her writing's been going very well, so you needn't worry about her condition. When I start the Pokemon Crystal playthrough up later this year, I will try to get her on at least one of the streams. To be fair, I feel like Melee is overrated. I think we had this conversation.
Well, you are contrary an iceberg, so you know it's
the competitive scene of Melee is not overrated. People are dying for the competitive scene of Melee.
Yeah, it's got some really interesting stories. In fact, not too long before the stream started, I caught my little brother watching some, because he's really into that, watching like some of a tournament that was going on, and you know, he was telling me some interesting stuff about you know, what characters are more likely to beat other characters and whatnot, and why Roy is apparently considered like really bad.
There's a whole different version of Dolphin that people have made to be for competitive Melee.
Yeah. It's nuts. But Nintendo, man, they be crushing the dreams of everyone who just want to support this game that they themselves don't support anymore.
Well, you see, I think legally they are within their rights to do what they're doing, but
also fuck them. Does that about sum it up?
yeah.
Well, I think for the C&Ds to like take tournament streams down and whatnot, for that specific version they lied about it. You don't need pirated software in order to run it. I think that specific version of Melee was reverse engineered, so that's, as far as my understanding is concerned, that's like perfectly legal to do. That's why emulators in and of themselves are illegal.
Yeah, and that's why Atlas couldn't take down the PlayStation 3 emulator when they were thinking about it, because they had a Patreon on those guys, and Atlas was like, "This can run Persona 5, take it down," and Patreon was like, "No, because it doesn't run Persona 5 right away. People have to make it run Persona 5."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So like, that was really scummy of them, I think. It's also why I don't support Nintendo like most people do. That's how I figure Nintendo can get away with doing shitty stuff, is that like the stuff that they make is just the best. You know, they're like one of the greatest game developers of all time. It's just that like as far as their business practices go, what the fuck?
Yeah, but like, they made it pretty apparent that they aren't gonna change what they do for anybody, so you kind of just have to suck that up and deal with it if you're a Nintendo fan.
It takes a lot of bitching, because I think that's eventually what led them to start allowing people to monetize gameplay on YouTube, was just like people inundating them with why.
Well, and then they did they did their own partner program for a while. Nintendo did on YouTube.
Yeah, and then everyone complained about how that was restrictive and shitty, so they were like, fucking fine.
And
Yeah.
but so what I was gonna say though was that after the Mario Bros. Movie of '93, they didn't like Mario or any of their first-party IPs to be out for anything for a while. And then they did the Netflix shows for a while. They thought about doing the Netflix shows, and somebody leaked those, and those got canceled right away because they threw a big fit about it. But now we're here. We have the new Mario movie coming out with our friend Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
That's a third-party license, of course. So it's been ages and ages, but Nintendo are finally starting to open up again to third-party brand deals.
They've got and I'm pretty sure it's with Illumination because they did the theme park with Universal, and who owns Illumination? Universal. So
Makes sense to me.
Mhm.
But they do nostalgia pander, only very specifically, and not the way that everybody wants them to.
Yeah, their nostalgia pandering is very hit and miss, because sometimes Josh even like just straight up admitted it earlier. Some of the stuff that they did in Mario Odyssey that called back to old stuff was like really creative and whatnot. But then like you get accusations in games such as New Super Mario Bros., for instance, where they're like a lot of people feel like they're just recycling old ideas without giving it a second thought or trying to make them unique and new. So yeah, it seems to be a mixed bag when it comes to that sort of thing.
I mean, it's most, if not all, animated movies nowadays are very stunt casted. So,
And now,
pretty
even
typical for me.
just to go back to this nostalgia pandering thing, right now they're doing the N64 online thing, where you can get a whole bunch of N64 games if you pay like extra on Nintendo Switch Online, and that's going to have Banjo-Kazooie in it.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
if
it's
that's
also-
nostalgia pandering so much as just having options for old software.
I think the whole thing is nostalgia pandering. Because you had options before. You had the Wii Virtual Console, the Wii U Virtual Console, 3DS Virtual Console. Now you got 4 things now. This Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the N64, and the Genesis. That's what you get.
You know, they had such a good system with the Virtual Console and the Wii and the Wii U, and they just completely fucked it up on the Switch.
Gotta make you pay for online somehow.
Someone just said, I've never played Banjo-Kazooie. You should. I am a advocate for Banjo.
Well, the thing is about like the Virtual Console is that they were always going to get money for the software. So like I don't.
Perpetual license. That's
Yeah.
what gets you. Now you gotta keep paying.
Is like it. I guess there's a trade-off in that, like, you know, you get this certain amount of games this month if you pay the price, and it's it's more than just paying one time for one game. But at the same time, like that, I don't know.
It's kind of like there's both a plus and a minus to it. The plus is that you pay what you like for however long you want the online for. You just have all the games right away, no extra charge. Whereas, like, if they just had them on Virtual Console, you'd have to pay for every single individual game you want to get.
And those,
But
I
at the
guess
same
that
time,
is-
those are like yours. They're
But
saved to the console.
Yeah, but once you have them, you have them, unless, you know, your console's fucked and
And,
Nintendo's not so good about, like, sharing memory and stuff.
Well, now there's cloud backup on the Switch.
Yeah.
But
That doesn't matter because there's no Virtual Console on the Switch.
And cloud backup is only if you're a Nintendo Switch Online guy too.
Yeah, so there you go.
Now, what was I saying before? I was about to say, that a lot of subscription services for games work that way. You can either subscribe for a low price and get a whole bunch of games, but you got to keep paying every month, or you can buy the games, perhaps at a discount, but still more than it would be to do the monthly service and keep them forever.
Trip says, oh, go on.
Because to finish this off, EA does the EA Play thing on Origin and on Steam and whatnot, and that's like, what's that, like $5 a month to get a bunch of EA games, or you can buy them still and you can have them forever. And even though subscription services like that are tempting to me, I probably would still go for the perpetual license of buying the one game I want forever.
Yeah.
And cloud streaming, don't even get me started on cloud streaming.
I don't mind it so much if it's like an option, you know, but Nintendo didn't make that an option. It's just straight up, you pay for the online and then you get this service with all the games on it, and that's like the only recourse that you have.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
Trip was asking, what I don't understand is, why is it only a select few games? They could easily port the entire library of NES to Wii games, but they seem to refuse.
I mean, it's been a problem as far back as the original Virtual Console, and all I have to say is Nintendo works in batshit mysterious ways.
Yeah, I don't think we should be so quick to say they can port the entire library. There's
they can third-party stuff. They can port the entire library of stuff they own already or can safely license.
Yeah. But like Rabbit said, that has been a bit of a problem since the original Virtual Console, like particularly with the Nintendo 64 in North America and Europe, if I'm not mistaken. There are less than 20 N64 games that were released when the system had like around 300 games. So
holy shit! Say that to me again.
There were less than 20 Wii Virtual Console games.
Console games. Whew, boy.
And for N64, when the system itself had around 300.
Okay, yeah. I got that now. We're on the same page now.
We just approve that comment, then we can get the music again. Crest says, I also don't understand why they don't have alternatives for controller analog placement either. Almost all of their controllers are the asymmetrical analog, and I fucking hate that. Having grown up with the asymmetrical analog, I'd have to disagree with you there, but yeah, like
I don't mind it either way, but
for the PlayStation style, it really depends on the controller. I think, at least with my limited experience, because like the DualShock 4, I think is one of the best controllers ever made. I fucking love it, just based on like one time playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse in a kiosk at a store. But then like that Logitech controller that I got a couple years ago to do 3D PC games, it was so fucking bulky that I couldn't move the stick around comfortably, so I had to go get another 360 controller just to like have something that I could feel comfortable playing with. So it really just depends. But like as far as like having multiple options for that kind of thing, it would cost them more money than it's worth, to be honest.
Yeah. Like, the reason all PlayStation controllers like that is because they basically barely changed their controller design since the original, but Nintendo always switches it up with every console.
Yeah, so like...
ever since the Super Nintendo.
Do what?
I said ever since the Super Nintendo, although I guess I did add a few more buttons, so...
Yeah, it had a different shape. It had like 4 more buttons, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, if they were just going to make multiple different versions of the Pro Controller, for instance, just for that one particular thing, it like, the manufacturing cost, it wouldn't make any sense. That's another thing. Have they ported their Wii Virtual Console games to Switch? If they haven't, they need to, since you can't play it any other way.
Most of them, I think.
Like, for the systems that they have, I would have to imagine that they have put most, if not all, of the ones that they released for Virtual Console on the Switch. But that's just the thing, though.
Especially now that they're adding the 64 and Genesis.
Yeah,
They
like
haven't,
that's a thing
naturally,
too,
they
because
haven't added all the 64 games that they had on Virtual Console yet, but they're going to start drip feeding us those too, I'm sure. And of course, Banjo is a new selection entirely.
Yeah, because now they're buddy-buddy with Microsoft, so...
Yeah, that was another problem with it, was a severe lack of options, because on the Wii U and the Wii, there was systems like the Genesis, the Neo Geo, TurboGrafx, and like the Game Boy Advance, for instance, and then like you got only NES and Super NES for like the 4.5 years that the Switch has been out until like now. So that's just another point against what Nintendo's doing now as opposed to what they were doing only a few years ago.
I think they're working on Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games on the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a start.
Yeah, they need to. They really do need to start like expanding their options there.
Well, then they're going to start charging more money off that too. You know, it's going to be another expansion pack thing. It's going to be eventually like $50 to get the whole thing a month. So
$50.
Christ.
Money.
Really sad what the game industry has become.
yeah, well. That's why I have been dragging my feet about it and just buying games on Steam. I don't like these. They started offering subscription platforms on Steam too, and I don't like those. No.
I suppose it really is just a matter of, whatever, because, like, honestly, as someone who doesn't even have a Switch, all these complaints don't really apply to me personally. I'm playing this off of an emulator right now, so,
We can't be saying that. They'll take you down.
Nobody can stop me.
No play.
If
Only
Nintendo
remember.
was aware that I exist, I'd be amazed. To be fair, games these days don't feel as good as they used to be. I stick with PlayStation, and then Trip said, "Thank the Lord for Dolphin." Yeah, so basically the same point I was making.
Yeah, thank the Lord for emulators. Because Nintendo's sure not gonna make it easy to play their old games.
Sometimes they're not going to make it easy to play them on emulators either. But
Yeah.
or fan games. Notoriously fan games.
Yeah, they go pretty hard on fan games.
Unless it's Mario Fan Games Galaxy, then you're safe.
I think what it is that they go after games that have ideas in them that they are trying to make already. Because they took down the fan game Mario Battle Royale thing that was about Mario Bros.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
of course
and
there's infamously another Metroid 2 remake.
Yeah, and then they were making Mario 35 with those guys that did Tetris 99. Very, very shortly after they took down the Mario Bros. One, that came out on the Switch.
I hope they don't, because fuck them, of course. I mean, they're cease and desist, not Nintendo as a whole. Yeah. I don't know.
That's just how Nintendo is.
Yeah, that's just how they are.
Until they stop being run by, like, old, out-of-touch Japanese businessmen, which isn't gonna happen anytime soon.
Well, they'll die one day. You know?
God, I wonder how I would handle it if I actually did get one of those for like just general gameplay commentary, because it's fucking legal. So I wonder, like, you know, if I raised enough of a stink about it, if like it, you know, the cause
If
got
you raised
popular
enough of a stink about it,
Yeah,
you
'cause,
would
like,
you would still get booted out. Like
no,
they had
hold on. Because like, sometimes you know, people can make videos about this kind of thing, and then there will be like a drive to, uh, you know, get a lawyer if the party is interested in like actually fighting it in court. I legitimately do wish that somebody would get fucking sued over doing a Let's Play already, so that there is a legal precedent for whether or not doing one is okay.
Yeah, well, the closest it's ever gotten is one of those like copyright strike takedown things, and then they just never respond to it.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I would be kind of interested personally in fighting it if they actually did do that. Trip said soon the Zoomers
shall rise.
and possibly make it worse.
Yep.
Do you remember? do you remember when Miyamoto called his son an idiot?
Yeah. It's like he was really bad at playtesting Mario 64. It's like,
Yeah.
my son might actually be an idiot.
I feel like I'm familiar with that, but not familiar at the same time.
They wanted kids to playtest the game to see if like just like the act of like moving around and like goofing off in Mario 64 was fun. And naturally one of them was Miyamoto's son, and he was like really shit and doing dumb stuff in the game. Miyamoto's just like, wow, my son's a moron.
Well,
Yeah.
Miyamoto has grandchildren, my dude.
Yeah.
I bet you that's a family story they tell at Japanese Christmas celebrations. They get together, they just like, remember that time you were awful at my video game? Dad, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I don't care. Go play Mario 64. He just like holds up an N64 controller and just like keeps jabbing him with it. Go play it. I want to see if you've improved. They chat about that as they enjoy their fried chicken. Indeed. The quintessential Japanese Christmas treat. Or meal, rather.
Yeah.
I find it so fascinating that, like, KFC around that time, like, is so booked with, like, fucking pre-orders for their chicken for Christmas that, like, going in the restaurant and trying to order it just, you know, straight up probably wouldn't get you chicken.
Yeah.
Man, I could go for some of that right now. Nice big one of those wings on the bone, you know?
Chicken does sound pretty nice.
Yeah.
Hey there, would any of you like some chicken and waffles?
Crest says, fried chicken? They better get it from here, my old Kentucky home, lol.
Why, if it isn't old Kentucky Shark?
Oh, he's been there. I said, oh, he's been there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
I
Rabbit's from
remember-
Kentucky.
No, remember in the episode, they were like, what's with the shark? And Space goes, like, oh, he's been there.
Oh.
You know, come to think of it, the very first KFC restaurant is, like, still open, but I think they call it something else now. It's like the Colonel's Chicken Shop or whatever the fuck. where
it
like
sells the original recipe.
yeah, it sells like the actual like recipe that he used that KFC had to dumb down because of the ingredients and whatnot. I would love to fucking try that chicken and see if it's like really that good.
Yeah. Is it the hype?
I would fucking hope so. Crest, that was a reference to Space Ghost Coast to Coast that Josh just did.
I just don't get it. I don't either.
Patrick, I'm confused. Yes, I am.
You remember I spent like a good 2 or 3 hours trying to hunt down High building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somebody uploaded it on YouTube years later, so it's all good.
I can't believe they still air it like that to this day.
Yeah.
What I don't know what channel it airs on in Canada, but get your shit together. It's been years.
YTV.
Yeah, they air it correctly over here.
Yeah. It's like that on the DVD and it's like that on YTV. It's weird.
Which means I never heard it the correct way until somebody linked it to me and I looked for it.
Yeah. But on the other hand, YTV also never cut out the scene of
Gas.
Squidward getting burnt by gas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see,
And-
that's an age test right there. Is do you remember when Nickelodeon used to air Squidward getting blown up?
Yeah.
And, well, now they air far worse things. Now they air his toenail getting ripped out with the chair.
You know what? Come to think of it, yeah, it really is fucking stupid that they removed that, and then like a lot of scenes in the later seasons were just straight up Squidward torture.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like much more violent content in later seasons than that, so it's weird that that's still something that's cut out.
I remember being weirded out as fuck when I first noticed the edited version of Just One Bite. It's like there was a whole sequence that was supposed to take place there. What?
Yeah, I was like, where's the scene where Squidward gets blown up?
They took out one of the funniest parts of the episode.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we also didn't take out. You guys got a cut version of Procrastination, where
Yeah, but I never knew about that until like a long time later because they never cut that out on the DVDs, unlike
Yeah.
Just One Bite.
Yeah.
What episode was that?
The one where he doesn't finish his like essay.
Oh, okay. What part did they cut out of it?
There's a scene where he looks outside the window in to see what everybody's doing on a nice sunny day. And there's a scene where I guess it's Patrick is rubbing lotion on Sandy's back. Yeah.
Huh.
And that's what got cut out.
Well, like it's a whole like solid 2 minutes or so, because there's also one where the quick cutaway gag of like a race car crashing,
yeah.
as well as like him doing calisthenics for a little bit. So it's just like a whole 1.5 straight cut of that was taken out of the episode.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Weird.
But on the DVD, it's completely uncut. They've never taken it out. I almost wonder if it's just done for running time.
Maybe.
Put some ads in there.
Yeah.
Just like make a third segment and just put it in there like they did for the first episode, like because they had that leaf blower segment to fill time. And then I forget what episode it's paired with, but that one where Gary takes a bath is shorter than usual because the other one was longer.
It's paired with Shanghai.
Yeah.
That was somewhat of a special episode. So
Yeah, that that had a whole half hour dedicated to it before, because that was the vote for your own ending. So
Yeah.
and true to their word, everybody picked the SpongeBob ending, so they aired it with the SpongeBob ending forever.
Yep.
I like some of those foreign language channels though, where like for their dubs of SpongeBob, they just air the endings randomly. That's what they should have done here.
Yeah.
But that's not the choice. So
Weirdly enough, it's like it's not on like the actual season box set, but like you can see all 3 endings on like one of the DVDs.
yeah, or if you're like me, you saw at least a version of the episode where it was the telethon. There's a lot of stuff they cut out for the telethon part that isn't in any of home video releases. So, and you know that bit where they, I hope you enjoyed that, kids, because it's time for you to walk the plank. You know, that was for the telethon, and they reused that in a different episode because it wasn't anywhere else.
Really interesting, some stuff that they do with these cartoons.
You know what else though? If you're watching like a Patchy episode and you don't watch the rest of like Nickelodeon that afternoon, you miss out on a lot of cool framing bits.
Yeah.
That they never ever show anywhere else. It's incredible.
And Patchy himself wasn't in like the actual Best Day Ever special, but when they were doing the countdown for the episodes, I think when they were getting near the end of it, they had Patchy come in and do the episode intros for it. So like.
But I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about like when he was looking for the lost episode of SpongeBob. Remember that? That was a whole thing. He was looking for it like throughout the day on Nickelodeon, and there were different like, oh, where is it? He goes to like different shows to find where it is. He went to American Idol to try and find the lost SpongeBob episode.
Yeah. And there was like a whole thing for him like traveling through different time periods or whatever for SpongeBob BC.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's one that I actually did see when it premiered, and I don't remember that at all, and now I'm really disappointed. I very vividly remember, because I think they did it back-to-back with a Fairly Odd Parents special as well.
If you remember, they have like a little, like, sort of bumpers thing called You Pick Live or something like that.
Yeah. You Pick Live. I loved the shit out of that block.
Yeah, and like, it was right before that episode premiered. Like, Patchy showed up in like a time machine, and then that led right into the SpongeBob episode.
Huh.
But yeah, also I feel like if you like, it's not on any of the DVDs or whatever, but it should be, because I feel that those framing devices they shot for this are an integral part of what the special is, because it bleeds into what the special is. The Patchy bit where he's still looking for it, the lost episode, but that's during the show. I feel like you should still have the parts before that where he's like on different shows looking for it still. You know?
It's a bit complicated to put into a home video.
It is, but it like, if they could, I feel like they should.
Especially when you consider bits like you said with like him going to American Idol. If they use like the actual American Idol for that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they would have to like get some sort of license agreement with Fox. And
it'd be very expensive. But what I'm saying is like, in a perfect world, they would.
Yeah. Crest says there was a song in that one episode of Family Guy where Peter is diagnosed as being retarded. I remember seeing it, but I never saw it on TV. I assume they cut it out for TV and put it on DVD.
Yeah, starting with like season 4, there's a lot of stuff that they'd cut out of those episodes just for time, and they'd put them on the DVD.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember a song in that episode at all.
It's there, yeah.
One of the
on DVD.
One of the few things that I remember about that, and the one that sticks out the most to me is, attention McDonald's customers, testicles. That is all.
Yeah.
If you were to get into a real McDonald's, would you do that?
No.
Well, not to mention they don't even have PA systems like inside the store, so like it couldn't be done in the first place.
Pickle Rick,
Oh
I
man.
will say that going to American Idol was like the bombshell of that marathon. No one expected him to show up to American Idol and ask where the lost episode of SpongeBob was.
Yeah.
Because it started out like an American Idol bumper. It was the logo for the show, and then then you saw Patchy's feet walk over it, and it panned up, and it was the floor of the set. And he was like, "Do you know where this is? Because I have not been able to find it."
Like, I wonder if any of these are up on YouTube. Because like when we're done here, if we can find them, we should just fucking watch them.
People generally don't care about taking down commercials because they're commercials. So
Yeah, and the SpongeBob Lost episode was I think like just before they or rather I started watching Nickelodeon on a regular basis, so I don't think I would remember that so much. I do remember commercials for it like around the time it was happening, but like again, I wasn't really a Nickelodeon watcher too often back then. But the SpongeBob BC thing, I was like I was definitely watching the channel at that point. So I really want to see if I can like awaken some old memories there.
I know one of my friends has it. If we can find it, I can probably get him to send me it. So, Anthony, you ever watch this later? Please and thank you. Maybe.
Well,
no, I'll talk to him if we can't find it, and he'll probably give it to me. He's a cool guy.
speaking of commercials, I love seeing that old Mentos Fresh Maker commercial. Nostalgic. Yeah, I love the song in that one. Mentos is fresh, yes, fresh motherfucker.
that's exactly how it went. Yeah.
Exactly. You could definitely swear in commercials.
Sponsored by Mr. Best.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola. Dr. Bastard. Excuse me.
Yeah, Dr. Bastard. He has a PhD. Mentos, sponsor of Coca-Cola.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick.
Sponsor of Coca-Cola, but not Diet Coca-Cola. If you mix us together, bad things will happen. I can't believe that meme is 15 years old now. Jesus Christ. My God, what a time to be alive.
Truly a terrible time to be alive, just like all time. A PhD in being a bastard is basically every PhD, so
Yeah, that's how college works.
yeah. And then maybe if you're up for it, you can get your doctorate in being a bastard.
Trip said earlier, I need to see this American Idol thing. LMAO, it sounded amazing. And that would have been around the time that American Idol, I think, was like in its first season as well, so.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that point, but whatever.
Yar.
Bro, you've been in college for 10 years? I think you might have told me that. That sounds familiar. Though, you know, depending. We were just talking about doctors. Doctors have to go to college for a really long time if they want to, you know, be like full-on doctors.
Yeah.
Some degrees take much longer than others.
I like Randy too. He's actually Lord.
Yeah.
Paying for it out of pocket as well. Goodness gracious, my man. Well, whatever you're gunning for, I hope that that it works out for you. Considering we just crossed the 2-hour mark, Trips is college. Oh boy, yeah, he's a college freshman now.
Freshie?
Indeed. But we crossed the 2-hour mark. I'm sure that there's things that we want to do. So I think I'm gonna give it the old one question warning here. One question or topic of discussion that you want to get into. Here's your chance.
Yawn.
Indeed, Rabid.
Is this it? Did I find it? Oh, baby.
Oh baby, oh baby.
I think I found it, guys.
The lost episode one, or
Yeah.
interesting. Let me just approve that comment. And
I don't know if the American Idol bit is in here, but there are certainly others.
I mean, I found Patchy in American Idol.
Did you? Interesting.
hey,
I googled it and found it in like 2 seconds.
I found the rest of them, so.
hey. Would you ever stream Smash 64 or any Castlevania games for October? Smash 64, yes, but I still haven't tested or found a way for N64 games to work on my computer. I really need to do some tests at some point in my fucking life for that, because I would like to play and beat Mario 64 as well. You know,
Yeah,
that would give me
you
another
should.
LP to do.
Well, even though they've already seen me do it.
Well, yours was a stream. Like LP would be like, you know, a bit more of a controlled thing, less like just casual fun time and more like try to show things off sort of deal. I'm sure you get what I'm going at. That, and you know, like shit, you know, I could play it. They haven't seen me play it. Trips down DK64. I'm not playing it. No matter how much you beg, no matter how much you ask for it, I do not want that paper that says Mario 64 or DK64 rather. Oops.
Mhm.
Christ Almighty. But no, that like. I'm sorry if this disappoints you at all, but like I am not interested in Mario 64.
You mean DK64?
Did I say Mario again?
You did.
Fucking goddamn it! You know what I meant? DK64. I'm very interested in Mario 64.
Sacrilege against Mario 64 up here. Somebody clip that.
Boy. No, but I just to clarify things, because I am a fucking moron. Mario 64, absolutely. DK64, No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Nothing, Joe.
Lukey, I'm you papa.
Fuck it, we will donate to it if we have to. Oh man. Is this gonna be a meme now? Am I gonna have to do Mario 64 because like people donated for it? Or DK?
You said Mario 64
That's
again.
3 times now. What's wrong with me?
Ooh.
Come
Accurate.
on! I'll suck your dick if you play DK64!
Oh my. We're gonna have to make that like a charity stretch goal now or something. Like, donate this amount, and I'll play Mario. Almost screwed up a 4th time. DK64
Mario
on stream.
DK64.
You
Oh,
just really, you actually hate Mario 64 and are trying to make believe that you don't.
I don't hate
That's what's
Mario
happening.
64. My mind is just fucked for some reason. And I don't know why. October 12th, the movement will begin. That's actually right. 10 days from now, Trip and I are going to be streaming to commemorate the NHL season starting up, as is tradition.
Hey,
Goodness. Let's see. Skull's version of the Marshall Mathers LP. The Mulder and Scully 64 LP. Oh my. I get that's an X-Files reference. Let's see. Alright. That's just about all the comments. I think I'm caught up. Chris says he doesn't want to suck anyone's dick. Fair.
Neither do I.
But,
I just
Yeah.
sucked your dick as a gag, bro.
well, it would gag.
Oh!
Goodness gracious. I guess me and DK64 got it right this time. Is a meme. I don't know how that's gonna pan out in the future, but for now, I think that this will be a good time to wrap things up. So yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna be getting to DKC2 next. But next time it'll be Worlds 4 and 5. We'll continue the Halloween celebration with some spooky levels. So that should be fun. Rabid, Josh, thanks for joining me here.
Of course.
Of course.
Indeed. Thank you all for stopping by. Yeah, that'll just about do it. So I have been skull902.
Rabid.
Hat guy.
My god, he said his name for once. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye!